Welcome to the Uncommon Transformation television series.
There is no doubt that you do not light up a lamp and cover it, for its rays will be seen even in faraway places. This is absolutely true of the man Godswill Obot Akpabio, Executive Governor of Akwa Ibom State, whose performance so far as the state's chief executive has continued to attract the commendation of eminent personalities, notable institutions and organizations within and outside the Nigerian shores. All have come to appreciate the developmental efforts of this great achiever, who within a little over 4 years has transformed this once pedestrian state into a fantastic destination for individuals, families, organizations, government agencies and corporate bodies, while the state's economy has been boosted and now ranks amongst the best in the country. The Akpabio administration is also embarking on the establishment of one cottage industry in each of the 31 local government areas of the state to create employment opportunities for the teeming youths and thus check youth restiveness, violent crimes such as armed robbery, kidnapping and terrorism. This is in addition to the declaration of free and compulsory education from primary to secondary school. Following this policy, school enrollment in the state has tripled, while children from neighboring states now migrate to Akwa Ibom State, where they are not charged any form of fees. For Governor Akpabio, this is his greatest achievement, as it has helped to liberate the people from the age-long servitude for which the people have over the years been identified with.
The policy of free and compulsory education, which is operational now in Akwa Ibom, said under my watch as the governor, is not limited to Akwa Ibom children alone. That policy is open to all Nigerian children who are resident in Akwa Ibom State and schooling in Akwa Ibom State schools. And that is why we have triple school enrollment. The secondary school intake alone, now almost 800,000. And I do know that that number could not have come only from Akwa Ibom. I've always said that if you educate your children and then you don't educate your neighbors, you are preparing armed robbers to attack your graduate children in future. That is why that policy is open to all Nigerian children who are resident in Akwa Ibom State. I have no regret whatsoever. And I just pray that God will continue to give us the financial enablement to carry that policy to fruition. Because my belief strongly is that education is a key to resolving and solving most of the problems of insecurity that plague our society today. I believe strongly that an educated child will know his right from his wrong and will be in a position to distinguish vicehood from things that will bring honor to the parents. And I also believe that education is the key to progress and development.
In a bid to give verve and strong backing to the laudable policy, the Akpabio administration has constructed over 1,000 school blocks, renovated others that were in various stages of dilapidation, giving the schools a breath of fresh air, while the schools' heads now have regular subvention to run the schools without subjecting the children to illegal fees, which the governor would not have anything of it. This strong commitment to the liberation of the people from the shackles of ignorance has not gone unnoticed, as educational institutions are time after time considering him as their honorary ambassador. For the last count, over 8 tertiary institutions, including the prestigious Nigerian Defence Academy in Kaduna, have conferred on Akpabio the honorary doctorate of their respective institutions. Barely last week, the Federal University of Technology Owerri FUTO conferred on Governor Godswill Obot Akpabio the honorary doctorate of management technology of the institution at an event to mark the 24th convocation of the university.
Honourable Godswill Obot Akpabio came in handy in 2007 as a popular choice to fly the flag of the ruling party, the People's Democratic Party, for the governorship election in Akwa Ibom State. As should be expected, he ran a very fruitful and successful campaign on the famous slogan, "Let God's will be done." Come April 24, 2007, he was overwhelmingly elected to serve and was subsequently sworn in as Executive Governor on May 29, 2007. The following people-oriented welfare programs were also embarked upon by Governor Godswill Akpabio's administration. Introduction of free and compulsory education at primary and secondary school levels in Akwa Ibom State. This singular initiative has helped to liberate the bulk of children and youth of the state from the tyranny of the familiar house help syndrome. Together 210 urban and rural roads, together with the construction of 3.7 kilometers of underground drainage channels to minimize the impact of flooding and erosion. Construction of 5 new general hospitals and a specialist hospital of international standard to cater for the medical and healthcare needs of the people. Annually, as an end-of-year special bonus, now popularly styled Akpabiomba bonus. Governor Akpabio's early commitment to payment of the recently approved 18,000 minimum wage to workers of Akwa Ibom State has also added a defeating feather to his well-adorned hat.
Congratulate the university for the choice of awardees today, together with the Chancellor and the Senate, because I believe that they took pains to go around to search for people who have credibility, who have integrity, who have been able to impact positively on the society in different spheres. I'm not surprised with the honors. The honors are not to me as a person. The honors are done to Akwa Ibom people. And that is why on each occasion I dedicate the awards to the Akwa Ibom children, particularly those children who today have a future, who will never have had a future. And for people who have not been to Akwa Ibom, you need to visit the state. I have a small home right in the center of Uyo with over 680 children that came from various parts of West Africa. And they are all Akwa Ibom children who were in servitude, serving as child laborers, some of them as child prostitutes. And some returned 10-year-old children coming back with 9-month-old children. And you see a child of 10 with a child, and you know that is heartbreaking for any person who has been a parent. And it's because of that policy. And when some of them came back, because some of them were even in destitution, and some had no parents, some of them are orphans. So we had to set up a home within the state capital where we are catering for them. We bought buses for them, and then we did uniform for them, and then put them back in school. And I keep assuring them, over 600 of them, that as far as I'm concerned, if you follow this policy of free education and take it to conclusion, the sky is the limit to what you can become in life. I see some of them in future who were formerly small child prostitutes becoming senators and contributing their own ability to the development of Nigeria. So I have no regret over the free and compulsory education policy in the state. And I always say that I'm not the only governor that is working. Other governors are working. But when these honors come, I think the honors are more to Akwa Ibom children who now have a future than to me as a person.
The thousands of Akwa Ibom indigents residing in Imo State and other neighboring states could not hide their joy to come out face to face with a man who has lifted the state from the ashes to glory as they went into wild ecstasy, singing songs of victory to herald this great man of honor who has bagged over 100 chieftaincy titles from across Nigeria.
The celebrations are unending because these honors keep coming in. Observers have pointed out these honors are unsolicited. As a member of the team, I feel very happy. I share in his sense of fulfillment, and I share in his happiness. And I think that every Akwa Ibom person has a reason to be proud, a reason to be happy.
It just goes to show who His Excellency, the Governor of Akwa Ibom State, Governor Godswill Akpabio is. I would say he's a first-class governor, and I'm very happy and proud to be associated with him.
I'm astonished at the level of development that has taken place in Akwa Ibom in the last 4.5 years, and it shows that he's quite committed to the project, which is to develop Akwa Ibom. I'm quite delighted, and I'm sure Akwa Ibom people are very happy. They should thank God because of the kind of person they have, and I think he deserves the award of an honorary doctorate degree today. And I'd ask other governors to emulate his strides and all.
The award is in various tranches. If you could see, this is a Doctorate of Management Technology. It portrays a different type of an award. For me, he has received award in various fields of endeavors. So I'm very happy today that FUTO has actually recognized him. And I said more grease to his elbows.
Akwa Ibom is becoming a gateway to heaven. I believe the governor is doing extremely well and needs encouraging. The people have been touched, most especially the downtrodden.
We are happy with him because he has renovated our roads. There's free education for indigenous and non-indigenous in the state. So we are so happy.
He has made us proud. While we were in camp, everybody, they were always recommending us Akwa Ibomites because of the wonders that our governor has done in our state. We here in Imo State, we are being recognized very well and we are being honored. So it's out of that gratitude, we come here to say thank you and to welcome him in a grand style.
He has done so much in terms of infrastructural development, human development.
The honor comes barely 1 week after the honorary fellowship conferred on the governor by the Yaba College of Technology, Yabatech, still in recognition of his sound education policies which have improved the state's ranking in national and international fora. For instance, Akpabio has gained so much prominence that the highly celebrated international self-described not-for-profit organization that publishes submissions of private, secret and classified media from anonymous news, WikiLeaks, averred that Akwa Ibom State is the state to watch in view of the massive infrastructural renaissance going on in the state.
You're watching the Uncommon Transformation television series. We'll be right back.
Two Nigerian leaders, Chief Olusegun Obasanjo and General Abdul Salami Abubakar, also view Akpabio as a pride of the ruling People's Democratic Party, having performed creditably as state chief executive.
When you want to know what is happening in a place, or how well or not so well the man is doing, even the Bible says, from the mouth of 2 or 3 we will establish truth. So from the mouth of 2 or 3 witnesses, that in my case here, I have established the truth of your performance from 4 witnesses. And if you want to do it very well, you want to establish what the position is, try to establish from those who are pro, those who are anti, and those who are neutral. Then you get a true picture. Those who are pro said you are doing extremely well. Those who are neutral say you are doing very well. Those who are anti say you are doing well, but you have a lot of funds from federal government. The nice thing had a lot of money from federal government, but they did not use it well. So we thank God that we have somebody who gets a lot of money from federal government and who have confirmed that he's using it well. I have been in this state, not once, not twice, since we became governor. And I've gone around with you and without you to see things with my own kuro eye. And from what I have seen, you are doing extremely well.
The type of development you are seeing here in Akwa Ibom State, if the others all over the country will follow suit and make development, there will be peace in this country, and there will be no need for any misgiving and this type of terrorism that you are seeing.
Other eminent Nigerians also gave a pass mark to Governor Godswill Akpabio.
It is important that we have a reference point. Akwa Ibom certainly stands as a role model, a source of inspiration to other states. So it would be nice if the Mr. President can advise other governors to visit Akwa Ibom on a 2-day retreat, during which the governor himself will have time to take them around and see what is happening here. I think it will serve as a great source of inspiration to them. That is not necessarily the amount of money that you get from the pedestrian account, but the vision, the mission, the determination to apply the resources judiciously.
The exciting things we have seen this visit to Akwa Ibom are a function of the use of time, the creative use of time, because time has value. And the rediscovery of time by Nigerians will make Nigeria, the rest of Nigeria, be like Akwa Ibom. All I want to say, and then I take my bow, is that what is happening in Akwa Ibom under the dynamic leadership of Governor Godswill Akpabio shows that it can be done.
He's performing and bringing out new things, new ideas, new development, new innovations, not only in Akwa Ibom State, but within the rank and file of PDP. As the chairman of the party that produced him, and we are very proud of him, to do one thing that we usually do with him. They are very rare. If we count 1, 2, 3, maybe he will have number 2 and probably number 3. There are not many in PDP. When situations comes, we consult them.
That is a government that every state in Nigeria should strive to have. I've seen what he has done, and I'm very impressed.
I am 75 years old now, so I can say I have lived to see so many governments, and especially the creation of Akwa Ibom State. I don't think we've ever seen any governor that has been able to perform like this particular governor. Unfortunately, sometimes I'm worried about Akwa Ibom State people, because it looks like we don't like something that is good. A few things that I hear people say, read in the internet and so on, makes me very sad as an Akwa Ibom person, because the transformation that is happening in this state, we have never witnessed in our life. I mean, I couldn't believe that within 3 years, because in fact, most of these things happen within 3 years. Within 3 years, this man could have transformed this state into what it is. Everybody knows I'm a well-traveled Nigerian, and I've gone to all parts of Nigeria, not to talk of the world. But I don't know of any state that has been able to do what this governor has done within 3 years. And I'm one of those of you who know me, I don't say things that I don't believe in. I've traversed all parts of the states. And one of the good things about this governor is that it's not only in Uyo that you see him. You see him in all parts of the state.
Road construction, water, free education. I'm telling you, Chief Obafemi Awolowo was reincarnated in Akwa Ibom.
This is Akwa Ibom, the land of uncommon transformation.
The vision of Governor Godswill Akpabio is to make Akwa Ibom State the Dubai of Nigeria, where the rest of the international community comes on economic pilgrimage with lots of potentials up for grabs.
I want to take Akwa Ibom people into heaven. That's why I'm giving them Dubai standard cinema plexes. So you walk in there to watch films and you think you are sitting down in Dubai. I'm taking Akwa Ibom to heaven because the longest runway in the country today is in Akwa Ibom State. And we want to make sure everything we do is world-class standard. So when you are gliding on that runway, you think you are flying straight into heaven. I'm taking Akwa Ibom into heaven. That's why we are building the second 5-star hotel. You stand on the 16th floor and you look down on the green fields of Uyo, and then you turn around and say, where am I? Not taking Akwa Ibom to the sky. I'm taking us straight into heaven, and I expect by 2015, with the infrastructural renaissance, we will arrive there in heaven. And Nigerians will come to see the small heaven in Nigeria, called Akwa Ibom, to new areas, because as we are expanding, the population is increasing. You can imagine during the last census, during the last election, the number of people registered in Uyo to vote were about 170,000. And of course, that means that if you have 170,000 people registered to vote, that means the population with children will not be less than 400,000. And that is just when we did not see the kind of massive infrastructure rollout and the kind of development that we are doing now. So I expect that in the next 3 years, before the end of my tenure, the population of Uyo as a city would have doubled to 800,000. That's my prediction. And that means that there's going to be a lot of pressure on the existing infrastructure. So it's necessary, even as we are opening the third ring road, we are now opening up new areas for people to go and build houses, new areas for people to build facilities, and for people to have offices. So this is essential for the kind of thing I'm looking at. And then, of course, the totally diverse traffic from the town center, so that what we are doing is futuristic, so that we don't end up choking the urban center as the town progresses. And that's why we also had to do the flyovers. You know, you may think that at the moment that the city does not need so many flyovers, as I've already completed 3. I'm about to embark on 2 others, which of course, God willing, in the next 2 years I will complete them.
As the state moves to become the flagship of governance, all that is required is the support of the good people of the state towards the attainment of this long-nurtured dream.